Our topic for today is unusual energy sources. We will revise past perfect. Please read the text on the screen and answer two questions. How much do elephants eat? And how can an animal waste help the zoo? Let's read the text together. Did you know that you can heat a building with animal waste? At school, I heard about a local zoo that had tried it, so I went to see for myself. When I got there, the zookeeper had just given the elephants some food. He told us that they have got huge appetites and can eat 100 kilos of fruit and vegetables every day. Over the previous week, we had collected a container of waste from all the plant-eating animals in the zoo. I hadn't realized what a mountain of animal waste looked like. The mixture of animal waste and water produces a biogas. This goes into an engine that works on gas and produces electricity. So, had this idea really helped the zoo? Absolutely. Before they started using the waste, the zoo had found it difficult to control how much they spent on electricity. Now they can keep the animals warm and save money too. Okay, pause the video if you need more time. Did you find two answers? Let's check them. So, how much do elephants eat? They can eat 100 kilos of fruit and vegetables per day. How can animal waste help the zoo? They can use it for energy so they can keep the animals warm and save money. Excellent. Let's move on. In this text, we have some examples of past perfect. Let's find them. Past perfect is built with the help of verb had plus third form of our main verb. Try to find as many examples as possible. If you are ready, let's look at them together. So here we have had given, had collected, hadn't realized, had helped, and had found. Let's look again at how past perfect is built. We use had plus third form of our main verb. For example, affirmative sentence, Max had collected the litter. Negative sentence, I hadn't realized how big it was. And question, had they helped? Yes, they had. No, they hadn't. We use the past perfect to talk about the earlier of two actions in the past. For example, when we saw them, the animals had already eaten. We use the past perfect to talk about an action in the past that had result in the past. For example, I had eaten dinner, so I wasn't hungry. We use time expressions when, before, after, just, already, by the time. Let's look at the following example. When we saw them, the animals had already eaten. We use the past perfect to talk about the earlier of two actions in the past. We saw them is in past simple. The animals had already eaten is in past perfect. So in reality, our actions happened in a different order. At first, the animals had eaten, and then after that we saw them. The earlier of two actions is written in the past perfect. Now let's practice. Complete the sentences with the past perfect form of the verb in brackets. Pause the video if you need more time. Now let's check together. By the time she was 20, Sylvia had traveled all over the world. They were hungry because they had not eaten their breakfast. Had you finished your homework before you went out last night? 5 minutes into the film, I realized I had seen it before. Had you tried Mexican food before you went to the restaurant? James was satisfied when he changed class because he had not been happy there for a long time. Excellent. And now our last task for today. Read the text. Choose the correct answers. Pause the video if you need more time. If you are ready, let's check. People didn't recycle much when my parents were my age. Until a big recycling center opened in their town, people hadn't recycled things before. They had thrown away aluminum cans, bottles, and plastic bags. There wasn't as much packaging, and so it wasn't a big problem like it is today. The first time they went to the recycling center, they took all the rubbish from home with them. They hadn't realized that not everything is recyclable. Nowadays, it's much easier. There is a collection service which takes things from your house. But you still have to remember to put the bin out early. Yesterday I forgot, and by the time I put it out, the truck had already left. Excellent. Well done. Now you know how to use the past perfect, and now we know more about an unusual energy source. See you next time.